Open your Fish 1 SWF file. The animation isn't very realistic because the fish is just gliding across the stage with no swimming movements. The next lesson is going to animate the fish itself so that its tail and fins move as it swims. Using the black arrow, go to frame 1 and double-click the fish. You will notice that we're actually inside the fish in scene 1. You will get a new timeline that we'll use to control the tail and fins. Double-click on layer 1 in the timeline and name the layer Body. Select cell 1 of the body layer and see if you have one blue box around the fish. If you do, then you will need to go to Modify and choose Ungroup. Each part of the fish should have a blue box around it. Add a second layer and name it Tail. Add a third layer and name it Flipper 1. A fourth layer and name Flipper 2. And then a fifth layer and name it Fin. You're going to need to arrange the layers by dragging them so that they're in the following order from top to bottom: Fin, Flipper 1, Body, Tail, Flipper 2. We now need to ungroup the fish. Go to Modify, Ungroup. We're going to move the different parts of the fish to new layers. Right-click on the top fin to select it. Click on Cut, and then right-click on the first frame of the fin layer and choose Paste in Place. Repeat with the flippers as shown here, and then again with the tail. Make sure you put each part on its own timeline. We are now going to go to each layer to insert keyframes. We could do them one frame at a time, but it's easier just to highlight all the keyframes in frame 5, right-click, and choose Insert Keyframe. Repeat that for cell 10, 15, and 20. Click in cell 5 of the tail layer. Click on the Free Transform tool. A box with handles will appear around the tail. Click on the white circle inside of the box and move it to the point where the tail meets the body. That is your point of rotation. Move your mouse slightly above the right handle for the fishtail. You will see the rotate icon as shown here. Rotate the tail to the right just a little. Then click on the keyframe in cell 10 of the tail layer. You'll notice that the tail rotates back into place. We're going to leave it that way. Click in cell 15. Click on the Free Transform tool and move the rotate point and rotate the tail down a bit. You might need to move the tail slightly so that it looks right. Now drag the red box right and left to see the tail move. Click in frame 1 of the Flipper 1 layer. Select the Free Transform tool and move the point of rotation, the white circle, to where the flipper meets the body. Rotate the flipper a little to the right. Now click on frame 10, skip frame 5, and rotate the flipper a little to the left. Skip frame 15 and click on frame 20 and move it right again. Now drag your red box to the right and left to see the tail and the flipper move. To make it easier to do the second flipper, hide the Flipper 1 layer by clicking the dot under the eye on the Flipper 1 layer. Select the Free Transform tool and repeat the process that you used with Flipper 1 with Flipper 2, but rotate right on frame 5 and left on frame 15. Then unhide flipper 1. We're going to be a little different for the fin. Select the fin in frame 1 and slightly stretch it up. Repeat this in frame 10 and 20. Click on Scene 1 at the top of the stage. Another way to test your animation is to go to the Control Test Scene. This way you can see your animation at the correct speed. Save your work.